Alright, I think that we definitely need to address the incest allegations that the two main characters of Oshi have been accused of, and it's a big problem. It's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, controversy of the entire series. So today we'll be talking about Oshi, but more precisely about the last 3 chapters, being 142, 141 and 140. So obviously this video will contain spoilers, and let's get started already.
I want to kiss your sweet little cheeks.
No.
And get pregnant.
No.
Alright, to put things back into context, we need to take into account that right now we are in the main plot point of the series, which is basically the movie shooting phase, where the main characters are actually acting and writing the script for the movie about Ai's life. Hence, Aqua is playing the role of young Hikaru, being the lover of Ai when they were in high school, and Ruby is playing young Ai Oshino. So this is basically setting up for them to actually have the kiss scene, which is not controversial. In fact, it's not that made people really mad. It's more of the fact that, you know, the movie had really mature themes about rape, about abuse, about sexualization of women in the industry, and then we have this whole thing about Ruby simping over kissing her brother Aqua, and everyone is just turned off by it. But the way it's put in a comedic way just kind of feels off, considering the whole tone of the movie itself and the latest chapters that were preceding that moment. What I really think that people are kind of mad at is the way Aka actually wrote it. I don't think that the incest plot point by itself is wrong personally. I just think that putting it in a comedic way, in a kind of absurd way, is a bit of a flawed writing. Now I would like to address something that's open for discussion. Feel free to counter anything I may say here. So let's talk about Ruby and why her being attached to Aqua in an unhealthy way kind of makes sense. First of all, let's not forget that Ruby, including her past life as Serena, had 4 main traumas. First one was actually losing her life. The second one was in her second life when she saw her mother getting killed. The third one is when she knew that Goro actually died, and the fourth and last one was when she actually went to see her mother in her past life and she saw that she didn't care about Ruby at all. So this whole thing shows that Ruby is actually really mentally scarce, and she had many mental breakdowns during the series. 2 notable ones, that's when Goro died, and the second one was actually when she knew that her mother didn't love her. So this whole thing shows that Ruby's attachment to Aqua is in a way a means for her to cope with how fucked up her life was. So now I kind of feel bad for Ruby overall, I'm not gonna lie. Her life is pretty tragic, and her reacting the way she is may just be a way for her to cope with all of her traumas. She's attached to Aqua because to her, he is the only thing that's holding her and loving her unconditionally. He's the only one that cares for her despite her being Ruby or her being Serena. He's her only attachment to her past life and her current life. Now what can we take out from this? Do we just say that Aka Akasaka fucked up his own manga with the incest thing the last few chapters and he should never have included it, or do we try to be a bit more nuanced? I personally believe that the incest plot point between Aqua and Ruby is pretty justified. You should not call it incest, but more lingering attachment that Ruby has towards Aqua because she has been suffering from many traumas during her past life and her current life. Aqua as well is pretty fucked up mentally, and I personally think that the both of them would benefit greatly from going to therapy. In fact, I believe that every characters in this fucking main cast would benefit from seeing a therapist. Now you know that here we are not glazers. We don't take things into our mouth and say, yes, it's so great, it's so good. No, we don't do that here. Here we try to be nuanced, we try to justify our arguments. And here I honestly think that Aka kinda messed with the writing. He could have made it a bit more emotional, he could have made it a bit better, especially considering the fact that we're in such a grim, a dark and mature part of the story that could have benefited from a better writing. This is my honest opinion. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Feel free to argue with me. It's really important to discuss, so you may form your own opinion and don't take anything I say for a fact. Thanks for watching. See you another time. Bye.